Public administration is the latest entry to be rooted in emphasis for a common African market, namely the African Continental Free Trade Area. Despite government grappling with a growing public expenditure involving big wages, salaries, and allowances, with governance part of the 7.5 trillion expenditure for both governance and security in the upcoming financial year, it's committed on an effective public service to pull gross development. According to the Ministry of Public Service, this year's efforts have been channeled towards the Africa Free Continental Trade Area.
This year's commemoration theme is the African Continental Free Trade Area. Will require a fit-for-purpose African public administration to succeed. The theme is speaking well to the current agenda of expanding trade across the region and across other continents.
As public service commits towards regional development, benchmarking on trade through human resource capitalization, private sector players such as the 44-year-old Small-Scale Industries Association believes that transformation to a common African market transcends human resource to involve other crucial components, such as infrastructure that has consistently eluded growth and effectiveness of regional markets, plus dynamics of the trade agreement.
To fly from Uganda to London than flying to Uganda to Ghana, for example, So yet we are on the same continent. So I think now the issue is, when we are looking at public service in the concept of African Free Trade Area, Africa working together as a trade, I think it is very critical, it is very, very critical that the public service gets to know that they get to know the concepts of the African Free Trade Area. Otherwise, if the public service is not aware of the intentions and objectives of the African Free Trade Area, then trade will definitely become difficult. So, and if trade is the environment for trading within the countries is not good enough, then the objectives will not be realized.
46 African states have so far ratified the trade agreement. Meanwhile, there is justification for the growing expenditure, especially in public service, as attempts to meet development goals remain in focus. In response to such justification, however, the private sector anticipates equitable investment to spur necessary revenues for projects at hand.
As the country grows, the civil service grows.
If we are looking at the African Free Trade Area, what are we going with into the African continent? Are we just waiting to receive, or we also have to contribute? We also have to contribute to the economic growth of the African continent. So there are areas, and in my opinion, I would think we should look at areas that are going to contribute effectively on the industrialization of the economy and on the commercialization of agriculture, because these are the areas that will then boost the revenue of the country. Otherwise, if we don't look critical on those issues, then we are just giving it a lip service.
With the country's labor force in a positive trajectory and government registering the biggest numbers in education, for instance, addressing the growing pressure on remuneration is yet to come as teachers, doctors, and other public servants demand for better working conditions amidst discrepancies.
And therefore, we need to work on how best we can facilitate our teachers so that they deliver to the children. And that comes from how we can cut the cost in other expenses. At the same time, how can we increase the revenue in the country so that we handle the teachers and the doctors. We are emphasizing the issue about sciences in the country. And those who have done well, they finished the university studies, they're supposed to go for internship, the doctors. We don't have resources for them.
A critical balance between public policy and administration plus infrastructural expenditure shall be crucial in realigning all necessary factors to carve out barriers in the continental shift towards a regional market. Ivan T. Venkana, SMART24 TV, Business Today.